have a question for you. When you think of the words wise folks,
What do you think a wise folk is?
Oh, wow.
what does wise folks mean to you?
A wise folk.
A wise folk.
A wise folk.
Wise folk.
Wise folks.
I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't.
I would think they're probably little people in Ireland.
Smart asses. People that invent things.
I think a wise folk is someone who values friendship and who is kind.
Well, being a wise woman myself, it means that we've had some life experience, I guess.
Someone who's been to university.
Someone who is very quiet and is observant.
People who sense how others are feeling.
It's one of the wonderful parts of growing older.
Someone that has stories to tell. History.
Usually tends to be a more senior person comes to mind.
They've experienced a lot of different things that we young people have not. I'm not saying I'm young, but I'm saying the young.
We're young.
We're young. We're
Okay.
young. But we're under 40. We're young.
There's probably more chance that a wise person might be a bit older.
A lot of seniors, though, are wise. We've learned a lot over the years.
We can look at things in the long term as opposed to the short. We have an interest in how our world is going to be for the next generations.
Mostly we tend to be grayish. Those of us who, or with helper.
I'm blonde. I'm still blonde.
It seems wisdom is disappearing these days. It's the internet now. And the internet's not wise.
What age do you think you become a wise folk at?
Ooh. Trick question.
I'd say about 50. I'd say 50 to 60, that age group.
Probably 40,
40, okay.
but even better so, 65.
Traditionally, probably 50s, 60s.
I would say 40 plus.
80 plus.
45. Let's put 45.
Definitely past 40.
It can happen at any age. I mean, whether you're 50, 60, 80, 90.
Any age at all.
I've met very wise children and very wise youth.
I have a niece that is 22 years old, and I find her to be very wise. And I think that's where that old soul thing comes from. Before her, I would have probably said 80 or something.
A person can become wise when they're 5 years old to 100 years old.
There's some babies that are pretty wise, I think.
So no age restriction to being a wise folk.
No, as long as you know what you're talking about, I think you can have some wiseness in you.
I think you can become a wise folk at almost any age. It depends on your life experiences.
Do you think women are a little wiser folk than, men?
I think it's women who are wiser.
I'll go with the women.
Oh yeah, 100%. Women tend to be a lot wiser.
I might be biased, but I would say women.
Are we outnumbered here?
We're outnumbered.
Okay.
Yeah, we're outnumbered.
I don't know, with all the interviews we've done today, I think women are supposed to be wiser. I think that's what they said.
I heard that. I thought, wow, where'd those stories come from? But they were real. They were right here. They just weren't interviewing the right guys.
I think we've interviewed a lot of guys, and I still think it comes down to women are wiser than men.
Man, or they may have more to say than men.
That's it. That's it, I quit.
They all are equal as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know. I think it's got nothing to do with the sex. It's your thinking process.
I'd hate to generalize, though, because there's a lot of good guys out there, too. You can't just say.
Thank you. That makes me feel better. I feel better already.
I think that there are things that women perceive differently than men, and I think there's a lot of knowledge that men have. I think often, you love me.
I do. I love your answer too.
I think women are more flexible because our bodies have had to be more flexible.
Certainly women.
There you go, Dan.
Sorry, Dan.
I didn't hear that.
You didn't hear that, okay. Well, there is such a thing as selective hearing, yes.
100% women are definitely wiser than men.
I love this man.
Do you consider yourself a wise folk?
I think I'm pretty wise.
Yes, I am.
I'm not that wise.
Absolutely, of course.
I'm very wise, yeah.
I'm wise to men.
Dan, I think she found you out sooner than later.
Yeah, I'm wise to him.
When did you become a wise folk?
No, I can't say that because it was later on.
Well, that's okay.
In my early 40s.
After 40, it seems things changed, and I learned, and I thought, okay, I'm going to stand on my own 2 feet, and I do need his help, but not all the time.
When did this happen? When do you think you become a wise folk?
Probably when I was about 6 months, conceived at 6 months, I think.
Oh, I think I got pretty wise after I had kids.
Once your children become grown and you start having grandchildren, then you get a lot wiser.
Is your husband a wise folk?
No, he's not wise.
He's not wise at all?
No.
You don't have to be old to be smart.
I love it.
I'm a young guy. I'm only 67,
Oh,
so
there you go.
I got a long way to go.
High five, baby. You look beautiful. He looks beautiful.
Well, thank you very much.
That's a perfect little cut. I love that.
See, that doesn't hurt at all.
I think this is one beautiful wise folk.